welcome to my first GCSE iMedia video. The first thing I would like you to complete is a blast from the past. On Show My Homework there is a link for the BP starter. It will open in Microsoft Forms. There'll be one question. All you'll need to do is log on using your school email and your normal school password. Then when you finish the question, please click submit and come back to this video for more information. See you soon. Okay, welcome back. What we're going to be looking at today is legislation. We have covered a little bit of this in the past, but obviously we do need to know a little bit more to make sure that your knowledge is great for both the exam and your coursework. So what is legislation? Well, it's a legal requirement that everybody has to follow. It is a law, and there are also some legal consequences such as prisons, fines, etc. that people have to be aware of if you go against any of these laws. The three main laws cover trademarks. Well, a trademark is a 10-year, although it's renewable every 10 years, an absolute ownership in a sign such as a brand name which represents the origin of goods. We've got copyright, a right to prevent reproduction of original literacy, artistic, musical or dramatic work for 70 years beyond the life of the author. We've also got intellectual property. This protects ideas, creativity, as this is your mind or your own thoughts, and it does not need to be registered, but it can be if needed. Other ways to stop your work being copied and distributed without your permission is a patent or a design which protects visual appearance. Trademarks, this is normally a symbol, the little TM. It can be in a circle, or it can be just TM as in slightly superscript words, or it could be words legally registered or established by use as representing a company or product. The trademark logo you can see in the top right hand corner, it can be a TM in a circle, or it doesn't have to have the circle, or it could have the R in a circle, which is a registered trademark. Examples of registered trademarks, as you can see here, you've got the little R logo below the Jeep. McDonald's, they have the little R logo as well, which means it's a registered trademark. We've also got Nike, registered trademark, and obviously Google. Google doesn't show it in this symbol, but it often does have the trademark logo on many other websites. Copyright is a right to prevent the reproduction of original literacy, literary, artistic, musical or dramatic work for 70 years beyond the life of the author. What we've got to think about here is copyright laws grant you several exclusive rights to control the use and distribution of your copyrighted work, and it gives you the exclusive power to reproduce or make copies of the work as you deem fit. You can alter it with permission, but copyright you almost have to have permission unless it's gone past that 70 years beyond the life of the author. An example of copyright could be, for example, here it says copyright with a C in the circle, 2018 by Bill E. Elliott, and it's what it's saying is it tells you what you can or you can't do. Other examples include literary works, which we've mentioned above. You've got computer software, which has been designed by many different companies, pictures, sculptures that you might see around, architectural works, dramatic works, and so on. These are all covered by copyright. Now, what we've also got is what is not protected. So things that are not protected could be facts or concepts, domain names, website addresses, etc. Slogans that you might see with company logos, for example, the Just Do It or McDonald's, they have a slogan as well. Unless these are registered, trademarked, etc., they are not protected and anybody can use them. Intellectual property, it protects ideas, creativity, as this is from the mind. In other words, something that you may have thought about. Other ways to stop your work from being copied and distributed without permission include patents, design patents. These are here to protect your work as you deem fit. If you decide to create something, wherever it is, you automatically own the intellectual property. Nobody can take that away from you unless you start to discuss it with somebody and they can take an idea from it and change it to meet their own specifications. Then it becomes their intellectual property for their change of things, but you also own intellectual property on your original idea, but you can't ask them for money or any contributions from it unless you decide to take a patent or a design's patent out on it. An example of a patent you've got here, you've got the Heinz tomato ketchup. They decided to create this single-use one in its own way, and they created a patent based on that example. The real product might not have looked like it in the end, but because they had a patent on it, then it became theirs. What I would like you to do now is, on Show My Homework, there is a task for you to complete. I don't want you to use one-word answers for the explain questions. I would like you to think about it and justify what you write. What I would like to see is any research you do, whether you go on the internet or use books or what other method you use for trying to find out information about the topics, I would like you to reference them. So whether it's the www address or whether it's the book information, where you got it from, but I would like you to explain it. That means add a bit of detail, benefits, drawbacks, whichever else you need. So good luck. Email me your work as soon as you've finished it, and then I can give you some feedback. Thank you, and see you next week.